unique military operation by Ukraine has made headlines around the world. For the first time, a deadly weapon was reportedly destroyed on Russian territory, marking a significant moment in the ongoing conflict. Now watch the video. For the first time since the war, Ukrainian defense forces have destroyed a TOS-1A Solnsipek heavy flamethrower system directly on Russian territory. This was reported by the Bulava Unmanned Systems Battalion of the 72nd Separate Mechanized Brigade named after the Black Cossacks. The published video shows FPV drones accurately hitting their target 4 times, followed by a powerful explosion of ammunition. The strike targeted an enemy position in the Belgorod region. Ukrainian military officials call this operation unique and emphasize that the war is returning to where it came from. The Bulava battalion notes that this is the first confirmed instance of a Solnsipek being destroyed on Russian territory. They say this is not only a military success but also an important symbolic signal for the occupation forces. The TOS-1A Solnsipek is considered one of the most brutal weapons in the Russian army. This system uses thermobaric munitions and is designed to destroy fortifications and personnel. Its use often results in widespread destruction and severe injuries to civilians. The cost of one such installation is estimated at approximately $10 million, which makes its destruction an even more sensitive blow for the occupying army. Russian forces attempted an advance on Ukrainian positions in the Pokrovsk sector, but Ukrainian units repelled the assault, according to Ukraine's National Guard. Ukrainian defenders eliminated roughly 4 platoons of Russian troops in a single day, the information unit of the National Guard Spartan Brigade said. The enemy attempted an offensive in the Pokrovsk direction. Russia's occupation command pushed forward about 90 assault troops. Under cover of fog, the enemy tried to move in by cars, motorcycles and quad bikes, the statement said. The brigade noted that Spartan, together with Magyar's Birds and adjacent units, halted the advance. The enemy attempted an offensive in the Pokrovsk direction. Under the cover of fog, the enemy tried to advance using cars, motorcycles, and ATVs, the report said. According to the report, Ukrainian forces eliminated 80 Russian soldiers, wounded 2 and captured 2 more. They also destroyed 10 ATVs, 4 motorcycles and 6 vehicles. The report was accompanied by drone footage showing Russian personnel and equipment being struck. Kyiv Post could not independently verify the time or location of the video. Ukraine's 7th Airborne Assault Corps reported that Russian forces launched a mechanized assault on the village of Heroyam, also in the Pokrovsk direction. Russian troops attempted a mechanized assault using 3 armored vehicles. The enemy decided to accelerate the offensive due to the failure of infiltration tactics, the Corps said. The assault achieved limited success before Ukrainian forces counterattacked. The 155th Separate Mechanized Brigade, named after Anna Kievska, together with adjacent units, engaged the Russian troops. The enemy was destroyed both on the approaches to the village and on its outskirts, the report said, adding that 2 armored vehicles and more than 10 Russian soldiers were eliminated. Media previously reported that during an attempt to redeploy forces, Russian troops lost dozens of units of light vehicles on the approaches to Pokrovsk. The Ukrainian Defense Forces struck part of the equipment while it was still in transit between Shevchenkov and Pokrovsk. For example, on January 2nd, during an attempt to redeploy forces, the Russian Federation lost dozens of light vehicles on the outskirts of Pokrovsk. Motorcycles, dune buggies and road transport used by the Russians to quickly accumulate personnel were destroyed, the 7th Rapid Response Corps reported. Some of the vehicles were hit while still on the road between Shevchenkov and Pokrovsk. The strikes were aimed at a convoy moving along a logistics route towards the city. In particular, the use of high-precision weapons, including the M142 HIMARS system, was confirmed. Staritsa, in the Vovchansk direction, has not been captured by the Russian army. The Russian Ministry of Defense's claim of control over the village is false. The Russian Z channel, North Wind, which is affiliated with the Russian armed forces, spoke frankly about this. The Russian Ministry of Defense announced the capture of Staritsa on January the 24th. A week later, on February the 1st, the information was refuted. According to the Sirny Kanal news agency, the 41st Regiment losses during the assault on the Staritsa were so severe that the unit was completely incapacitated and is being withdrawn for recuperation. Regiment Commander Vasily Alexeyev accomplished the mission brilliantly. He killed hundreds of soldiers on a small plot of land. We expect a promotion and a Hero of the Soviet Union staff for this commander, Z Channel wrote. He also published an audio message from a Russian occupier who stormed Staritsa. According to him, Russian forces didn't even reach the village, let alone capture it. The soldier also complained about Ukrainian heavy-duty Baba Yaga UAVs. They're taking all the boys out from Staritsa. Why lie that Staritsa has been taken? It at all wasn't taken. We didn't even get there. They gave us a dressing down. They sent us out at night. Baba Yaga gave us a dressing down. What progress are you making there? There are only corpses, the stench. The command, the majors, the captains say, if you don't go, we'll shoot you. They're sending you off to be butchered, the Russian soldier said. The influential OSINT project, Deep State, also refutes the Russian Ministry of Defense's report of the capture of Staritsa. According to its map, the southern part of the village is under the control of the Ukrainian Defense Forces, while the rest is a gray zone where fighting is ongoing. Recall Russian invaders intensified offensive attempts in the area of Volchansk and Staritsa in the north of Kharkiv region. In the direction of Streltsy Gluboko, the defense forces of Ukraine managed to stabilize the situation. In the Kharkiv direction, the Russian army has started deploying conscripts, according to Colonel Vitaly Sarantsev, the spokesman for the operational tactical group Kharkiv. The defense forces noted that, particularly in Vovchansk, Russian forces are now using fighters without combat experience to bolster their assault operations. Sarantsev indicated that this shift suggests a shortage of personnel within Russian units, forcing the military command to rely on less experienced soldiers. Over the past few weeks, there have been multiple instances of Russian troops refusing to carry out combat and special tasks, including logistics and engineering operations, particularly in the areas of Lybok, Lipka, and Vovchansk. The significant losses suffered by the enemy in the Kharkiv direction, more than 10,000 personnel in our operational zone over 4 months, have compelled Russia to seek additional resources to continue the war. Russian legislation does not prohibit deploying conscript soldiers for combat operations after 4 months of service, so their appearance in other directions is likely, Sarantsev added. If you found this video informative, please subscribe to my channel and share it with others. Thanks for watching. Like, comments and share.